Hey, what's up guys, Will's Garage here. So just following up on my earlier videos where I removed the final pieces of the interior. In this video I'm going to be installing a half cage on my E92 M3. For the half cage I decided to go with one made by JP Marketing. You can find it straight on their website or through Beamer World. I'll leave the links in the description in the video if you're interested in checking it out. There are two options. One is standard, where the rear bar is mounted low to the rear seat beam. This is the stiffest option. And the other option is a raised version. I chose the raised version because I'll be driving my car to and from the track, and I may need to have the ability to push my track wheels through the rear to transport them. Upon delivery, everything was packed securely and the entire bar was wrapped in bubble wrap. One of the biggest reasons I chose this bar is because it's 100% bolt-in and requires no drilling or cutting or modifications to the car. It also meets NASA and SCCA rules. This roll bar is also technically a 6-point bar. The front flanges shown here are mounted to stock front seat belt holes, and the pins align to the rear seat welds. The rear portion mounts to the stock rear seat belt holes. So if need be, everything is 100% reversible, which is a big plus for me in case I want to remove it in the future and go with a full weld-in cage. So before installing the bar, I'm going to remove these rear brackets to clear away so that the rear portion of the roll bar can mount on top. Before bringing in the rear portion of the bar, I threw down some towels so that I could rest the bar down without scratching anything. The rear bar is small and light enough that it's doable by one person. Once you align the mounting points, you can install the mounting bolts, but just screw them in partially so that there's some wiggle room remaining. For the top mounting portion, only the hole closest to the rear windshield is threaded, so you won't need a nut for that one, but you will need one for the other hole. And now we're ready to bring in the main loop, which requires two people due to the awkward shape and size. And before tackling this task, I really suggest reading the instructions thoroughly because I clearly did not, which you could probably see here that we brought in the loop the incorrect way, and I ended up trying to remove the rear view mirror to make it fit, but that clearly did not work. So we ended up taking the loop back out of the car, and I reread the instructions and realized that the orientation of the loop should go in the other direction, which made life so much easier to install it. The other thing is the dimensions of the roll bar is a very perfect fit, so you might need to use a mallet to tap the rear seat mounting point in place. And next is to align the interlocking clamps. For this portion, the suggested instructions is to start with the driver's side and not to use a hammer to knock it in place. You can simply align it with your hands and slowly clamp it down by screwing the bolts in. So once you're done with that, don't forget to go back to the rear portion and tighten up all your bolts. And this is what the final result looks like. Overall, I'm really happy with the quality and the easy install and fitment of the roll bar. For the rear mounting bolts, I actually went back and found the OEM seatbelt bolts and decided to reuse them, but of course this is fully optional as the kit comes with all the required hardware. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, stay tuned for more.